Been trying to think about what else I wanted to talk about today, and I feel like I've gone over the points I wanted to talk about. My first video was really long. That was a whole hour about me making a comeback, and I really need to make a comeback. And I do plan on following through with making a video every day. I don't really want to make them in advance. That's what I used to do. Um, I used to have hundreds of videos on this channel in advance, and I feel like they didn't represent me that well. I feel like they were just a curated, like plastic wrapped version of myself instead of me doing whatever felt good in the moment. Um, it's like I want to be in the now more because all I do is just ruminate in my head over and over and over again, like past events, future events. That's not helpful. Being in the now is very helpful. It's not that long-term planning is a bad thing. It's just I have my plan. It's in motion. I'm making changes to it as I go, which is small changes, but I'm like obsessively thinking about it over and over again to like curate the best possible video to get clicks, and that's just not me per se. Or no, it's not even per se. It's like just not me. Cause I've done that. Like I've strategized and I've analyzed, and it's just didn't go anywhere. So clearly something was amiss with the plan. And that's why I want to do this a little bit more live every day. Obviously, you can see this one's pre-recorded. Don't get mad. So, I brought my camera gear an hour walk all the way out here, which, why not use it? So, when you give a man a microphone, he's got something to say. So, let's have something to say. Um, isn't this nice? Isn't it just amazing? I'm talking to you right now on the camera, and honestly, I've been talking to you quite a long time now. I think it's been uh, hour and a half of me talking nonstop. But the benefit of that is I'm not ruminating in my head, which I do all the time, which is doesn't do anything good for me. If anything, it's a bad thing. Not living in like now and just constantly rehashing thoughts. And see, your brain, the way it works is your brain just gives you thoughts. And as long as you keep reacting and engaging with those thoughts, it's just going to give you more of those thoughts. It doesn't matter what those thoughts are. So you could be thinking about chocolate milkshakes all day, and you see ads for chocolate milkshakes because you searched for it last night, and then you see video suggestions for chocolate milkshakes because you searched for it last night, and it just doesn't go away. So the algorithms online work in the same way your brain does. It just copy and paste keeps feeding you the same thing whether you want it or not. and you're just scrolling most of the time online like you are autopiloting in life, and your brain just keeps feeding you the autopilot instead of purposely thinking of something to do. Like I did today. I packed up my bag, walked all the way out here on a trail I'd never been to before to be super isolated and secluded so I could record some videos. Um, and I've done exactly that. So, goal accomplished, me. Good job. So, you should have the same attitude. Have the same attitude. Goal accomplished. Accomplish a minor goal. Um, it's something I wanted to do, and I did it. So, there's that. Uh, but I just feel like there's more. You know? Like there's always something more I have to do. And I don't quite have a grasp on what the more is yet. It's not quite there. I've sat and thought about it. I came up with a plan. I'm executing the plan. I came up with an alternate plan. I'm executing the alternate plan. But there's just gotta be. I feel like there's a missing piece, and I don't know exactly what it is. It's just, I feel like it's the lack of freedom in my life. Because right now, today, I'm 100% free. 100%. Nobody's calling me. Nobody's texting me. People know I am not available today and to leave me alone. So, but the problem is, the minute I get home, some demand will be placed on me that I don't want to deal with. And that has been my life for as long as I can remember. And I'm just so done with it. I'm just so done with it. Like, I'm probably going to have arguments daily with my family members from now on because I don't want to do their crap anymore. Like, their crap that they force upon me has never once helped me in this life. Never once. In fact, it's only negatively hurt me. Like, if I sum up all the positive and negative, it is probably like 70% negative, and I just don't care anymore. I keep saying that though, but it's like I want to care. I want to care. It's just everything's so crap. Like every day, and I'm just so tired of it. It's like you can't make me care about something that's terrible, you know? Like the news. I don't want to watch the news. Like our government is screwing us over every day. I get it. I can't directly influence that unless I have, a massive community around me of people that think like me, which would require me to get out every day, talk to people every day, amongst like-minded people, which there's nothing wrong with that, and have actual conversations. But our government and the way our society is, it's actually structured so you don't do that, because you're always working all the time. Don't you think that's weird? I think that's kind of weird, right? So I wake up, get out of bed, take the dog outside for a poop, come back in, log onto my computer for work for a 9-hour day, because that's what it is. It's a 9-hour day. It's not. It's those 9 to 5s are 9 hours a day, 5 days a week, not 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And I'm counting the lunch hour because it's an hour, and if you're actually at work, you can't really do anything with that hour. I mean, working from home, you can do things with that hour, yes. But even then, most of the time, I'm just cooking my lunch to have a healthy lunch. Um, which lunch is the healthiest meal of the day that I eat. If anything, I look forward to lunch, like making my own food every day, um, because whatever my family makes is going to be crap. Like it's just going to be crap. It's going to be hyper processed crap right out of a package. Um, and that's on me for not being able to get my life together and move out, even though there's XYZ reasons. You have to have personal accountability, which I do. Um, is 100% on me for being weak. Honestly, I was a weak, a very afraid person, and it's mostly the ringing. Honestly, I don't want the ringing to get worse, and that crap just runs my life. Um, I can hear it right now. It's miserable. So, well, now that I can hear it fully right now, I feel like the happy's kind of gone out of the conversation, and here's the depressed part of the video, I guess. Um, like if you have like a disability that just hits you every day, like every single day I have to do X, Y, Z, or else my disability is going to get worse. It eats at you. It really eats at you and runs your life, and it is just miserable garbage. So, and I'm really depressed from it all the time. Um, 'Cause I can't do normal things. I can't go out to a restaurant anymore. I can't use a lawnmower. Can't use a chainsaw. I don't even want to use a power drill because of the noise it makes. I went to the dentist a couple months ago and didn't wear earplugs that time because my paranoia had decreased a lot, and I thought there was no way that this little brush thing is going to make the ringing worse. And it did. And it's like, damn it. Oh, that is the level of insanity I deal with every day. Avoiding absolutely everything to maintain my hearing. So you can imagine how stressed out I am. So yeah, real life stress, plus stressful calls of support calls all day of somebody's insane problem. And like the people I work with on the other end of the phone, I kind of hope that they know something about the software that they use that our company supports. But it's an extreme rarity that they know anything. So somebody's calling me and wants me to do XYZ, and I have to explain to them, I'm not supposed to do XYZ for you. We are not supposed to do work for free on this product. You're supposed to take our free online classes. Look at our free knowledge base. Preferably take the classes to be realistic. Knowledge base is kind of crap, but these people put in no effort, no effort, and they paid tens of thousands of dollars for this software, and it just bugs the crap out of me that somebody would blow that kind of money on software every year and not know anything about it. But that's only because I'm poor. I bet you didn't see that turn coming. Um, so to me, 10 grand a year is a lot of money, right? 10 grand a year is a lot of money to pay for some software program. But for other people that are not me, they probably make like 10 grand a day. So they couldn't care less and just want you to fix whatever problem they have immediately as quickly as possible and be a good little lackey, be a good little boy, and do what I say. And we live, you can't let people walk over you like that. It's just, I just don't anymore. It's like, no, ma'am, we're not supposed to do that. I'm not doing that. It's like, no, sir, we're not supposed to do that. I'm not doing that. And then the crazy thing is, this stressed me out for years, it doesn't stress me out anymore, is that these people go back and complain to sales, and on the contract that they sign, it explicitly states that we're not supposed to do XYZ for them. And then after they complain to sales, we have to do XYZ for them anyway. That is a weak company. All right. So for years, I've been a weak man working at a weak company run by weak people who will bend over backwards to retain customers and maintain business at any cost and give their employees horrible raises that don't make sense in reality. Um, and constantly push us to work, 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 work. You want to know something crazy? Like every now and then a bunch of people leave, and the only reason I haven't left is because of the ringing, and it's hard for me to get a new job. It would have to be like work from home somewhere or work in like a closed office environment. Because I hate cities. I hate cities so much. Um, they're so loud for no reason. Like, I know you've seen me before on the channel complain about the trucks and whatnot. But in cities, it's even worse. Uh, like, you have all the blacks on their dirt bikes and four-wheelers going down the street illegally. And then in addition to that, you have the train going by and blowing its horn. And if you're next to a train station, your office is, um, like my office, I parked and I had to put my headphones on, then walk down the street to the office, and I had to have them on because at some point the train horn was most likely going to blow, and I was not having that. No. So I don't even know why that's necessary. Like the train's coming into the station, you're on a platform, you can't see the train. Like the lights up above the platform telling you that the train is coming in, like the scrolling sign, that's not enough. Like, train is coming in 5 minutes. Train is coming in 4 minutes. Train is coming in 3 minutes. The automated announcements aren't enough. We still need the train horn for the stupid people that are so like plugged into their phones that they don't look up. We live in a stupid place. But anyway, so I'm making my lunch, highlight of my day, nice and healthy. Cheeseburger, avocado that I cut up myself, side salad that I make myself. It feels good doing things for yourself every day. It really does. But then I'm back to my soul-sucking job that's low pay, low reward, and I'm hard pressed to get another one that pays more money. Because I actually get emails from recruiters and phone calls from recruiters through LinkedIn, and they all want to pay you less money. It's like no, I'm not taking this job. Here are my pay requirements. You need to pay me at least 20 grand more to move to another job. Maybe 10 grand more I'll take. You can't pay me less to take another job. All right? The job is not going to make a difference. Don't lie to me and say, oh no, what about your career? Aren't you going to skill up on LinkedIn and climb the corporate ladder? The corporate ladder is dead. There is no corporate ladder anymore. There hasn't been a corporate ladder, I don't think, the entire time I've been in the working world. We don't live in a meritocracy. We don't. You get a job based on who you know, or the color of your skin, or being a woman. I've seen it over and over and over again. Okay? And these people are getting paid the same amount or more than I am. All right? So I'm not going to stress about my job and be a good little boy. Nope, that's not happening. We're not following the rules anymore. Where the rules don't apply to these people, but they apply to me, that doesn't make sense. So done with that. So I work at my stressful job all day, and then the minute I get off of work, somebody's clamoring for my attention, demanding I do something. And it was like that for years. Um, Even during work, they would bother me and demand I do something during my lunch break. That is how little my family valued me and valued my time and valued my effort and put me in crap situations that I didn't want to be in over and over and over again. So, yeah, I would say the conditioning for how to behave in society is broken at this point. Thank God. If you believe in God. I still believe in God. All right? Not necessarily the full Bible version of God, because that's a lot of indoctrination and that's a lot of brainwashing right there. Um, and isn't it convenient that they just remove chapters from the Bible when they feel like it and rewrite it? You know? Isn't that convenient for the ruling class? So, think on that for a while. Um, I feel like I lost the topic of this video. I'll have to watch it back, but I'm going to keep going anyway because it's my show and I do what I want. So, so some demand is placed on me. I do it, whatever. And then I watch TV because I'm so exhausted after work. Just watch TV. And my TV is no longer cable TV because we got rid of cable TV for streaming services because it was a tenth of the cost, like some huge difference. So I haven't been watching regular TV much lately. I pretty much watch YouTube and anime. So yeah, it's weird. I like to talk. I really do. I think I like to talk. I think I said this earlier in the video too, just because it doesn't give my brain the opportunity to push thoughts at me that I don't want. Because that's how the brain works. The brain just pushes thoughts at you. The brain doesn't know if you want the thoughts or not. The brain only knows your actions. So if you take an action to go online and look up classic cars, the brain, just like the YouTube algorithm, is going to keep pushing classic cars to you. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. If anything, that's probably a positive example. But if you go online and look up porn, then the brain is going to keep pushing porn to you. I feel like porn is a censored word on YouTube. I'm not sure why. Because I see a lot of people using the word corn instead of porn, which I really don't want to play the word magic game. Oh, you got to see this sun. This sun's super nice. Got the spotlight on me. So, I don't get it. Like, censoring your language every day was such a I'm gonna say normie thing to do, and I have been a normie most of my life. Not anymore. I'm awake. I see what's going on. I see the government doesn't care. I see all the propaganda, all the brainwashing, all the narratives that are pushed. Like the government purposely won't fix the housing crisis because it keeps white people under pressure to keep performing at their jobs and keeping the system going. Because imagine what would happen if white people just woke up one day and they're like, no, we're not doing this anymore. We're the no, no. This country's over. All you politicians, round up, bang. Yeah, we're done with that. Um, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But we simp for Israel. It's crazy. Like we started a whole war for Israel, which we started the Iraq war for Israel too, under the lie of weapons of mass destruction, to like destabilize the region for them, make it better for them. Um, which means we purposely blew up the Twin Towers in 2001 for Israel as well. Because the planes hit the towers. You know, I saw the planes hit the towers on TV. 100% that happened. However, reality kind of seeps in, and planes and jet fuel cannot collapse the towers like that. And there were, in fact, explosive packets put in the building by our own government to blow up the tower in a controlled demolition to go boom, 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 boom. Yeah. I'm just kind of wondering how long this lie has been going on. I think it's been going on since the 70s. Um, I think the first oil embargo, I think in 73, started the lie where I don't know exactly when we got off the gold standard, but it was also in the 70s. I think America went off the rails then, and then the inflation just started skyrocketing after we got off the gold standard. Oh no, my alarm. How long have I been talking? Apparently not that long. I think I set that alarm to sit here for a while and just rest, which I've pretty much just been standing. So for me, that's rest enough, honestly. I'm gonna sit down for an hour plus drive on the way home myself. I'm not really concerned about sitting right now. I sit all day, all day. I have a standing desk. I stand as long as I can as well, but I sit way too much. Um, maybe that's the change topic alarm. I think I was planning to record for an hour and then leave, but I'm having too much fun. So don't give a man a microphone if you don't expect him to talk. You got that? Hoocha! So I think I left off on the endless problems every day that we're just getting shoved in our faces, and how we shouldn't deal with them because it's the psyop mostly. Like diversity is a psyop, feminism is a psyop. Let's see, what else is a psyop? The white military ads on TV promoting you to go fight for Israel, that's a psyop. Um, hmm. It's crazy how much we're manipulated every day. Crazy. So I gotta manipulate you back. Let's go. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready and go. Can't go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoes. Yeah. Don't you step on my blue suede shoes. That's right. I'm the second coming of Elvis. The king is back, baby. Well. Uh, I lost track of the topic. I did. Let's see. But these are just going to be talking videos. This is the format, so I'm happy with it. Talking about whatever is on my mind, whatever comes out. I think I was going over the course of my day, and you stumble into all the stressors. So I'm chilling, watching anime, and then I hear the news blasting downstairs from my elderly parents. So that's just the reality. I'm not gonna like sugarcoat it. That's just the reality. Reality sucks, and sometimes you just have to deal with it until you don't anymore and you move on. Um, and if the housing market crashes here in 2026, I feel like I'm game for moving wherever. Um, yeah, like if you have any suggestions of where to move, feel free to leave that in the comments, because that has been the singular blocking thought of where do I want to move, because I have all this energy and I have some goals and I'm working towards them, but they aren't like clear cut, super defined goals that I could like lay on the table for you. It's like, oh, I want a house in rural Connecticut. That is not my goal. That has never been my goal. My goal is I just want my own house to live in, and it needs to be affordable. You know, houses used to cost pre-pandemic somewhere in the 200,000-ish range. Okay? Now, the same house is $400,000. And inflation's just going to keep getting worse. And the government won't let us have a recession because we need to fight for Israel, guys. We can't have a recession. What are you talking about? Everything's fine. All these layoffs, ignore them. AI will do everything for us. Will it? Will it do everything for us? That's what their plan is. Um, well, I think that's enough. You know life is stressful, and you got to deal with it and roll with the punches and do the best you can. And honestly, if I didn't have this ringing issue, I would already be living off grid. But I can't use a chainsaw, which also means I can't drive a four-wheeler, which this health issue has screwed me. And it's all because I think back about it all the time. I swam in a lake and went too deep and got an ear infection, and it ruined my life because water rushed into my ear. And it was a really fast, hard, painful ear infection. And ultimately, it was my decision to swim deep in the water and nobody else's. So it is my fault that I did that. I was probably like 20 feet down, maybe a little deeper, honestly, just trying to see how deep I could go, having fun. And since then, every day has been crap. Trying desperately to avoid noises to not make the ringing worse. So, fault me however you want. I I was actually afraid to go to the doctor for some reason because I don't know why. I think it was something about spending money. Or I thought the eardrops that they gave me were going to work. I had eardrops for swimmer's ear. It was not swimmer's ear. It was a straight up infection. So, and life was never the same after that. It was never the same. I used to be a very happy-go-lucky guy. Um, but when you have a ringing noise in your head all day, every day, eating at you, it hurts a lot and it messes you up. And you're going to say that's an excuse. And I got to tell you, I've done endless amounts of work to push myself forward and retrain myself and keep going and force myself to smile and force myself to have a positive attitude and force myself to do this and that and everything and work. And I just can't do it anymore. There is no reward at the end. As of today, I am 39 years old. I have followed all the rules of society, even the ones I thought were stupid, and it got me nowhere. So we're just going to talk about all the stupid crap every day, uncensored, minus, swears. I will cut out the swears. Ooh, that YouTube not allowing swears. Well, anyway, I hope you liked the video. I hope it went somewhere. I'm not sure if it did. But either way, I'm happy with it, and I'm just going to post it as is. So, because this is a new version of me. All right, this is a new version that I actually want to be. And it's doing what I want, saying the truth, and only setting value on things that benefit me. Things that I actually want to do. Things that matter to me. And I'm not saying I have it all figured out. I don't. Okay? But I'm here, man with a microphone, trying the best I can. No, I don't want to use that phrase. Nope, we're not using that phrase. Nope. Here I am, a man with a microphone, doing it live because I can. All right? And not caring about what anyone thinks. I really got to come up with a better phrase than that. I don't care what anybody thinks anymore, but there has to be a better way to phrase that. I gotta think about that. But truth be told, when you care about what other people think, your life sucks. It sucks. You censor what you say, you rethink about the conversation and how you could have done it better. You present yourself in a certain way. And why not just, remove the mask and be you? I want to be me. I'm strutting my stuff around here in my ideal environment. So, and I'm just going to make these videos every day in my not ideal environment. In fact, you'll see me with my headphones on because I don't want some random crap going by and blowing my hearing out. So, yeah. I had somebody ask me one time when I was out here at the park that I met and talking to, why don't I just move and I think the only answer that made sense is the cost, and that I think for the longest time I was afraid of change and not having friends. I think that's the only thing that keeps me in Connecticut is my friends. Because I gotta tell you, not much else is besides that. I can't think of anything else. So, yeah, I mean, I can make new friends. I mean, it'll be hard, but I can do it. Um, it's weird making friends late in life. It really is. It's like I could have made friends with that guy I'm talking about that asked me this question about why don't I just like buy a van and go about my day? Because I realistically can't do the whole van thing, unfortunately, or else that would have been an option. It's just before my hearing got worse, I drove in a delivery van. They're kind of loud. I think I drove around in a Ford Transit van, and not a thing for most people, but a thing for me, unfortunately. And then you have to deal with the people at the campgrounds if you stay at a campground, um, and hope that they're decent. Hope. Uh, and sometimes you just have to leave because I've been to plenty of campgrounds in the past, and people do what they want. They're not decent unless you're gonna go, bam, smack them over the head. It's um, and get in a fight. They're not gonna stop. So, sometimes a bucket of water works though. Just throw it at their face and tell them cut the crap. So, but yeah, I'm just a man with a microphone talking to you. It's actually a stick. It's a stick. The microphone's here. But I thought it would be more fun with the stick, and it is. It's like, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Um, hmm. So, yeah, I'm going to do what I want from now on. And if that means living in an apartment for a while or a condo for a while, I'm game for that. I'm going to spend a bunch of time tonight looking that up, see what's available. It's just I need more freedom in my life. That is what my life is missing. I feel like I'm living an hour at a time, except on the weekend. Like I only exist for a couple minutes or an hour a day, and the rest of the time is just filled with work. That's not even paying me enough to live the life I want. So what's the point? There is none. There is none. So, yeah, I'm going to keep being a man with a microphone. You're going to keep seeing videos from me. And I'm going to talk about whatever I want. And if it's a rambling mess, that's okay. I love it. Because that's the point. For me to talk and not think and ruminate. I don't want to ruminate. Don't do that. Don't rethink over and over and over again. Don't do that. Anyway, this has been Matthew. I think that's enough. Whatcha? Bye.